Hey, morning folks. I thought I'd make a quick video today about lighting and the kind of light that artists, ideally require. Most people, I think, assume that artists just want lots of light and the more light the better, and natural light is always the best. And natural light from the north is the best of the best. Um, and that's kind of true. But most of the time, most people don't have studios with north-facing windows in their roofs. Um, and if you are in a studio and you've got windows, and depending on the orientation of your studio, most of the time, what you're actually going to have to do is block out your windows and keep doors closed so that you can control the light. So I thought I'd show you today what I've done, my setup for today, um, and how I've arranged my studio. So I've blocked off these windows here with some tarpaulin. I've got another window round at this end that's also blocked off. Um, this window isn't blocked off, but ideally it should be. So if you come into the studio, I've got that window is blocked off with a painting. There's no windows along the back wall there. And I've got another window here, which again, ideally I would like to block off. And the reason for this is because depending on the orientation of your studio and where you can position your easel, or if you're working at a desk or whatever, um, there are limitations. So from the point of view of working at an easel, you cannot have any light coming from behind, otherwise you're going to get glare on your canvas. Um, and as you can see here, there's quite a lot of glare and reflection on my source photo. And that's probably because of that window back there and this side door, which I need to close. But I have light above, which is just slightly in front of the easel. And so as you can see, there's very little glare on my actual canvas. Um, Also, if you want to work on a still life, as I'm doing here, I've got a shadow box. Let's turn some lights on. Um, so yeah, I'm working on a still life using a shadow box. I worked on this one last year from life, but I never completed the painting, and I never managed to keep any good quality photographs of the still life scene. So I couldn't actually finish the painting. So this year, I may actually just work from photograph. I've set my camera up, I've taken some pictures. So I may not work from life at all this time and just work from photo, because then that's sort of the ultimate control of light. Um, Now it is a little bit easier these days to set up studio lighting. Like these LED strip lights I've got were very, very cheap compared to how much light used to cost for studios. It was very expensive. So yes, it's not always a question of more light is best, the more the better, and natural light is best of all. That is true in a general sense. I mean, for taking photographs, for example, then outdoor natural light is definitely always the best. But from the point of view of actually working on your paintings, then most people are going to have to, you know, um, control the light the best they can, which may involve blocking off all your gorgeous big windows in your studio, which seems counterintuitive, but it just has to be done, really. For example, I have tried this easel. I can turn it so that the easel is facing this back wall, and then there's definitely no light on my easel. The problem then is, though, is that I'm facing that way, which means that if these windows weren't blocked off, around the edges of my canvas, what I'm working on, would just be lots and lots of glaring light. And so I wouldn't be able to see what I'm working on yet again. So I think that's it. I mean, I hope you found this useful, and thanks for listening.